Welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. I'm the keeper of the home here at 4D Farms, where we are all about home, family, and living this life that God has so graciously blessed us with. Our channel is full of content that I hope encourages you, inspires you, and most of all helps you on your journey. Be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you will get notified every time new content is uploaded. We hope to see you in each and every video. Hey y'all, I wanted to pop on here just for a few minutes and do a quick video. So many thoughts was running through my mind this morning, and these are some things that I want to cover as far as going back to my traveling videos, road trip videos, things like that. These are some things that I want to cover because we're still in the traveling season for the holidays, things like that. Sports tournaments, the end of the season sports tournaments. It's not just traveling. There's so many things going on right now. It's not even funny, okay? And these are some tips that I want to cover, not just for the holidays, but because I've been compelled to, because now I start going places with my husband when he goes to work. And this is mostly going to cover some safety tips, okay? Not just traveling hacks, but really some honest, safety tips, and not just for women. This is going to cover everybody. Teenagers starting to drive, college kids. I've got a list here, y'all, and I should have already done this video. Now it's all coming together, kind of like writer's block. Sometimes you think of things at this time, then there's times that things come to your mind later. So now they're all coming to me now, okay? And I'm like, I have to jot these things down when they come to me, or else I'm going to forget. So this video is going to be some more traveling advice, safety-wise, okay? And like I said, I'm sorry, it's not just traveling. This can be everyday safety advice, y'all, okay? We're just going to include some traveling in there, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is, since it is the holidays and people are going to be traveling, going to see family, or you're in the midst of that sports tournaments, things like that. They don't just happen in the spring and summer. There's some going on right now, okay? This can help with teenage kids who are starting to drive, teenage kids, college kids, teenage kids that you're getting them their own bank accounts, their own debit cards, credit cards for college students. They're dabbling into needing their own money, spending their own money, safety precautions. These are things that parents needs to be teaching their kids when you're giving them a little more liberties and responsibilities. So I wanted to cover some of those things this morning. Then we'll throw some traveling in there, okay? So with teenage kids, they're starting to travel. They're starting to drive, okay? I'm sorry, I got traveling on my brain. They're starting to drive. And they're starting to make their own money. They got jobs, spending their own money. You're getting them debit cards. You're getting them bank accounts. There's a lot of things we need to be teaching them. Number one, now we know there's a lot of phone scams, okay? Spam callers, tricking people, wanting them to get their information. Please advise your kids, if they don't recognize numbers that pops up on their phone, spam callers, they don't have to answer it. Let it go to voicemail. If it's important, they'll leave a message, okay? Okay? Let them leave a message. If they don't leave a message, then you know it was a spam caller and it wasn't important. Most of all, teach them not to give out any personal information, okay? Even addresses and phone numbers, y'all. There's too much going on right now, especially their Social Security numbers. Y'all, there's only a few people that really should ever have access to your social security number. Okay? Only a few people needs to know that number or needs to have access to that number. The doctors comes to mind, okay? Medical reasons. Of course, school is going to need your social security numbers. If it's somebody calling you and like, hey, just give us your social security number, your bank account number, that should be a red flag. Teach them there's only certain people that needs their phone number, addresses, bank account information, and social security numbers. Okay? There's only very few people that needs to see your birth certificates. Okay? Schools, yes. Identification purposes, military IDs, getting driver's permits, things like that. Please teach your kids information safety. Okay? That brings me to my next point. They're getting their own bank accounts. You're setting them up, showing them how to spend their own money, banking. Okay? It's okay to have debit cards, but there's also a few things that they need to know. And everybody needs to know this. When you're paying for something at a gas station, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Walmart, grocery stores, anywhere you're checking out and you use your debit card or a credit card, do not, if at all possible, if they give you the option, gas pumps, do this at gas pumps. Go for the credit option to where you do not have to put in your PIN number. You can bypass the PIN number at some checkouts, gas pumps, if at all possible, paying for something. Bypass your PIN number. That's the one thing people are hacking into is getting PIN numbers, okay, to access your bank accounts and your credit cards. Bypass the PIN numbers. Go for the credit options. Read the screens. Gas pumps will let you do it. Credit, okay? Walmart, I do it at a lot of Walmarts. Some don't give you that option. Some do. Anywhere I'm at, I will try to bypass my PIN information and use the credit option. Yes, it may take a little longer to show up on your bank account, but y'all, you'd rather be safe than sorry. We've had bank accounts hacked before, especially when we're out of town, and that's a disaster. Okay, because they have to close your bank account and you're out of town and you need to use that bank account. Maybe open up a secondary bank account for times of hacking or emergencies. You can transfer money, link your accounts. You can transfer money from one account to another. There's an option. College kids, teach them how to do this, y'all. These teenagers, even grown-ups, okay? Have a secondary bank account opened up. It's okay. I'm sorry, I'm getting a sore throat, y'all. Some banks will encourage this, opening up a secondary in case of emergencies. Okay? Now we'll get into like some on the road tips, okay? ATMs. I'm sorry, I just saw that. ATMs. When you pull up at an ATM, before you leave a gas pump, make sure those screens are cleared out. Okay? Because if the screen is not cleared out and you're in a hurry and you just drive off from the gas pump or you drive off from the ATM and your information is not cleared off that screen, guess what the next person in line can do when they pull up to that gas pump or they pull up to that ATM? They can just pay for something just using your information. Clear that pump screen out, clear that ATM screen off before you drive off. Or you're just giving free access to your bank account information and your money to the next person behind you that just pulls up. You're welcome. Okay? Because I saw that one day. I was at an ATM and I'm like, it took forever for the screen to go clear. I done got my money out, got my receipt, got my card, was fixing to drive off, and I was rolling up the window and I'm like, okay, go clear now. Transaction complete, something, give me something. It took a while. If I had drove off, y'all, the next person in line could have just hit, when it finally came up and said, is your transaction complete? That next person could have hit, no, let's just get out a little more money. See? Make sure to clear out the screens before you drive off at gas pumps and ATMs, okay? Please do this. Or even if there's an ATM inside a convenience store or inside Walmart, clear it out, y'all. Okay, that covers that one. Y'all, I have to write this stuff down. I should have kept my glasses on. Okay, let's see. That covers gas stations, use the credit options, clear the screens. Okay, use the bypass your pins. Okay, now let's do a little safety. When you're traveling or when you're going somewhere and you got a while, okay? No, if you need to rest, Walmart lets you pull in their parking lot overnight and spend the night, especially if you're like an RV. Truck drivers will do this. RVers will do this. Campers. You can pull over. They will give you free access to their parking lot under the street lights where you can pull over and rest for the night, and it's safe. They have security cameras. There you go. There's a free parking spot to rest and pull over for the night, okay? Rest areas, there's no security cameras, I don't think. There's a lot of truck drivers. Nothing against truck drivers. Thank y'all for all that you do getting our goods transported to places that we need. But y'all, there's traffickers also at rest areas. Know your safety. Okay? Find you a safe place to pull over and park. There's sex trafficking, human trafficking, transporting. There's your safety tip. Opt for a lighted parking lot that gives you permission with security cameras. Walmart will let you do this. I wouldn't encourage truck stops. Okay? Nothing against truck drivers, but rest area, truck stop, rest areas, okay? Don't do it. There you go. No, please use GPS. And design your GPS where it will show you where the next gas station is so you can judge how far your tank of gas will get you till the next gas station. You do not want to get stuck in a city or on an interstate where there is miles till the next gas stop and no gas stations or convenience stores, and you're about like half a tank of gas, and you know your half a tank of gas is only going to give you so many miles, but it's so many more miles to the next gas station. And you could run on empty before you get to that next exit or that next gas station, okay? Have your GPS or maps or whatever tell you how many miles in between gas stations, how many miles between exits if you need to get off, okay? So you're not stuck on the side of the road with an empty gas tank, okay? Potty breaks, okay? When I go somewhere, I will actually have a little notepad and pen right beside me, okay? The halfway point is here. I'll know and I'll write the exit numbers down. I know where to get off at. I've memorized where everything's at. And then some things I write down, okay? This is the halfway point. I like this gas station. I will never go back to this gas station or stop at this exit because it was just nasty or not safe. I cross off things. I write down things. Notepad, piece of paper. Put a notepad on your phone, an app on your phone for traveling. Put these tips in there, okay? like I said, I write down exits. I write down halfway points. I write down gas stations I like, what exits they're on, how many between each exits. Okay? When I'm in a new area and I need to remember where something is, I'm a writer, y'all. I'd rather have it old school way on a piece of paper. Okay? I'll write down, okay, here's Hobby Lobby. This end of town is Hobby Lobby. This end of town is Walmart. Okay? I write things down. That's just me. Okay. Women, have you travel with you something for safety? Travel with something. Mace, pepper spray. Find out your legal limits for weapons that you can carry without permits and with permits. In our area, you're allowed to carry a certain inch blade knife. Okay? Permits, no permits, check with your state. If you're not comfortable with weapons, please take something. Have something on you at all times. Women, we were watching a movie the other night. And y'all, I did not realize how easy it is to be taken. Please have a plan of action. GPS on your phone. I'm not going to reveal everything on a live video because that's just going to do away with the element of surprise and safety that you need to know against your attacker. Have a plan in place. Safety options. Discuss it with your partner, your husband, your children. Teach your children safety, okay? Buy something, get something, check with legal terms, permits, what you need to do to keep yourself safe and self-defense, okay? Learn some laws, learn some do's and don'ts, come up with action plans, get you something, buy you something, please, for your safety, okay? Educate yourself. Come up with a plan. I'm not going to tell you my plans because I don't want you to know my plan, okay? I need that information to use, okay? Not going to let you know that plan. Women, I would like to suggest taking some self-defense classes. Martial arts will teach self-defense classes. I would like to encourage you, law enforcement, your local correctional facilities, law enforcement facilities, martial arts classes can teach self-defense classes, kickboxing classes, self-defense. Check into it, please, for safety. Check into it. Okay. I just threw my pen back there, y'all. Okay, last thought. If you're traveling with kids again, know sometimes that you can leave for your trip and travel to make it easier. I know some parents that will wait till bedtime, give their kids baths, put them in their pajamas, and travel at bedtime and drive for so many hours. And when they fall asleep, then find a place to pull over, rest for the night, finish sleeping. Okay, to work your sanity, okay? Some people will get up at the crack of dawn, okay? Know when you can travel with your kids, okay? Pick the times that's right for you to travel with your kids. Mostly when they're sleeping. Nap time, morning nap times. If they're infants or toddlers, sometimes them 2 naps a day. Pick one of those, okay? Know when you can travel. Nighttime is a good traveling. A lot of people don't like traveling at night because they're already off the road and it's mostly just truckers, okay? Find a time that you can travel with your kids. That is about all I have on my list. Y'all, these days, you've got to look out for yourself. You got to look out for number one. You got to look out for your family. Educate teenagers starting to drive. Even younger, y'all, teenage girls, before they start driving, safety issues, y'all, women, older people, okay? We got to look out for one another, okay? Use these tips and tricks, research them, Do whatever you need to do, okay? These are just thoughts that's just been in my mind. I had to get them on paper and I had to give them to you, okay? I hope they help you. These are to use for any time, okay? It doesn't just have to be going on a road trip or traveling for the holidays. This is things we need to educate our children with and educate ourselves. I hope y'all take these tips and tricks and use them, implement them, come up with a plan for your family. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and please put them to use. Thanks. See you in the next video.